A breast cancer diagnosis or the experience of treatment can shake your sense of stability. Listen, if you're reading this quote and nodding your head right now, I want to start by validating exactly where you are. You might be feeling completely overwhelmed, terrified, angry, anxious, or just totally unsure of how to even take the next step. And I need you to know right off the bat, all of these feelings are incredibly valid. There is absolutely no right way to react here. The fear, the sudden anger, that profound sense that you've lost control, these are entirely normal, deeply human reactions to a massive, life-altering diagnosis. So, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're focusing entirely on you, and specifically, your emotional well-being. We've actually synthesized some incredible insights from top institutions, places like Dana-Farber, the National Breast Cancer Foundation, Living Beyond Breast Cancer, and the University of Michigan, to bring you what we're calling the Empowerment Blueprint. You can think of this as your personalized roadmap to building a comprehensive, totally tailored support network. We're going to break down exactly how you can actively protect your mental health just as fiercely as you're fighting for your physical health. All right, let's look at the agenda for this grounding roadmap so you know exactly what to expect. First, we'll unpack the emotional tool. Second, taking back control. Third, navigating physical changes. Fourth, seeking professional help. And finally, number 5, finding your community. Okay, Section 1, the emotional toll, validating your experience. Let's get right into it and establish a baseline, unpacking that heavy psychological weight that so often rides shotgun on this journey. To do that properly, it's absolutely crucial that we define what we actually mean by psychosocial support. As you can see, this is a holistic approach. It specifically addresses the profound emotional, psychological, and social impacts of your diagnosis and your treatment. And why does this matter so much? Well, because treating your mental and emotional well-being, it's not some optional luxury. It is just as vital as treating the physical disease itself. Your mind and your body are in this together. Now, what's really interesting here is just how varied the emotional toll can be. Take a look at this list. You might be dealing with intense anxiety and fear, or perhaps a really heavy depression. Honestly, a lot of people feel a surprising amount of guilt about how their disease is affecting their family, or just sheer, unfiltered anger about the whole situation. You might even face severe challenges like adjustment disorders or PTSD. The big takeaway for you here is that your feelings are uniquely yours. Recognizing them with zero judgment is the very first step toward healing. Moving right along to Section 2, taking back control, shifting from passive to active. You know, feeling a total loss of control when you're hit with a barrage of medical decisions is completely common. So let's talk about how you can actively take charge of your daily life. By following these 3 steps, you literally change the narrative from having cancer happen to you to actively taking charge of what's actually within your grasp. Step 1, strengthen communication with your doctor. Really get in there and ask the hard questions about side effects and clinical trials. Step 2, expand your support team to include mental health providers. And step 3, actually this might be the most important one, do what you can when you can. Keeping up an everyday routine is super grounding, but you have got to give yourself permission to step back, lean on others, and fiercely protect your energy when things just feel like too much. Which brings us to Section 3, navigating physical changes. Caring for your whole self. Treatment changes your physical self, and we need to address how that impacts how you view yourself. Getting a handle on this definition of body image is key. It's not just about what you see looking back at you in the mirror. It's about how confident you feel, which ties directly into your broader self-esteem and your core sense of worth. Shifts in your body image from surgeries or harsh treatments can really heavily influence your confidence and even how you connect intimately with others. Recognizing this link is a huge part of understanding why physical changes so often trigger such deep emotional responses. And because of that, there is absolutely no right approach to navigating these visible changes. You might want to cover hair loss with a great wig or scarf. Or you know what? You might embrace your bare head and scars as a powerful testament to what you've survived. You might choose breast reconstruction, or you might choose to go flat. Some people even integrate really beautiful body art and tattoos into their scars. You have total agency to choose what makes you feel most empowered, most comfortable, and honestly, most like yourself. All right, Section 4, seeking professional help. Building your clinical team. When your mood starts consistently messing with your daily life, it's time to bring in the pros. But the medical world is completely full of jargon, right? So let's break down exactly who does what. On one side, we have oncologist social workers. These folks are incredible at handling both practical and emotional navigation. We're talking insurance hurdles, job concerns, alongside counseling. On the other side, psychologists focus heavily on the clinical stuff, diagnosing and treating mental health conditions and helping you emotionally process things like anxiety, depression, and body image trauma. Building on that team, let's look at psychiatrists versus oncology nurses. Psychiatrists are medical doctors, so they're the ones who can actually prescribe medications to help manage severe anxiety, depression, or sleep issues. Meanwhile, your oncology nurses, they're your frontline heroes. They administer your treatments, sure, but they're also fantastic at steering you toward immediate emotional and medical resources. By clearly comparing these roles, we hopefully remove the friction of figuring out exactly who to ask for help when you're in the thick of it.
But how do you actually know when it's time to make that call? Well, if you recognize any of these signs, if your distress just isn't lessening, if you can't sleep, if an overwhelming fear of the cancer coming back is just paralyzing you, or, and this is a big one, if you're skipping treatments just to avoid thinking about cancer, please view this as a vital signal to care for yourself. Reaching out to one of those professionals we just discussed, it's not a sign of weakness. It is a highly strategic move in your overall treatment plan.
Finally, Section 5, finding your community. Peer support networks. Because beyond the clinical help, you need people who just get it. Being in a community with people who truly understand this on a lived, day-to-day level is a total game changer. There are some fantastic, completely free resources out there. The National Breast Cancer Foundation offers great group conversations. The cancer support community broadens that to include things like yoga and workshops, even for your family. Or if big groups aren't your thing, the Reach to Recovery program perfectly matches you one-on-one with a survivor who had a similar diagnosis. But listen, breast cancer affects everyone so differently, so finding a highly specialized group might be exactly what you need. Stupid Cancer is specifically for adolescents and young adults who often feel incredibly isolated. MetaViver provides an exclusive peer-led space for stage 4 metastatic patients to share their very unique challenges. And GriefShare is there for those navigating the loss of a loved one. The point here is, no matter your highly specific situation, your exact tribe is out there waiting for you. If there is one thing, just one single takeaway from all this material, it is this simple truth. You do not have to face this alone. You have the power, you have the resources, and you have every right to protect your mental health just as fiercely as your physical health. So I want to leave you with a final thought to chew on. Now that you have this blueprint, who is the very first person or group you're going to reach out to today to add to your customized support team? Seriously, take a moment to reflect on that. Because while you definitely didn't choose this diagnosis, you absolutely have the agency to choose how you're supported through it. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and remember, just take it one step and one day at a time.